Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I'm Menacing Banana, and you know me, I'm just talking with my boy George about the things we do here in Australia, and there's just a couple things that we do down here. You know, we fight kangaroos, we go do some barbies in the outback, and last but not least, we do love to throw our boomerangs. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Bonemerangs. Hello random people on the internet, my name is Banana, and today we are here to talk about the Bonemerang, which is a brand new weapon added in hypixel skyblock. It comes from Dungeons Floor 4, you have to craft it with 5 spirit bones, 10 enchanted bone blocks, and 6 string, if I believe correctly, enchanted string. But this thing is really cool. Now technically it is a dungeon bow, because it's going to deal damage based on what an arrow would have done. And that's with the ability Swing, where you basically throw the bone out in front of you, it goes a distance, and then it comes right back to you, and you can throw it again. So it's going to deal a lot of damage, because that damage gets doubled on its way back, and it already has insane strength and damage outside of dungeons, but there is something weird about it. Well, most bows, you can shoot out an arrow, and you can just keep shooting arrows over and over. This sort of thing, you throw the bone, and you cannot throw another while it is out there. So you can see, I'm trying to throw it out, and it's not working. But if you whip out a second Bonemerang, for example, you can throw multiple of them. So you can see I just threw 2 of them. And I can also do that with 3 of them. And 4 of them. And you can see where this is going. I have 8 Bonemerangs right now. And this is going to be an insanely weird strat. Because most of the time, you're going to see someone's hotbar is just really cram-packed with stuff. Like, my hotbar as a mage is like 5 different swords, a voodoo doll, a healing wand, just a bunch of different shit in there. But these are just bones. There's multiple Bonemerangs here, and you can throw them all out at one time, and you're basically going to be able to infinitely just have bones flying out in front of you that are just dealing so much damage over and over, and you just have to hotkey over to them. And I just want to see how this sort of strategy does in a bunch of different situations. So I think the situation that I'm honestly most interested in how good the Bonemerang is on endstone protectors. So outside of dungeons, the Bonemerang is obviously going to be okay, but how's it going to stack up against the multiple magic users, considering the fact that this inventory alone is costing like over 100 million coins, just because each of these Bonemerangs is going to cost above 15 million depending on how good they are. Like, I have one from Zap here that is like maxed, bro. Like, this thing's nuts. But we're gonna see how good it does on this endstone protector when it does spawn in. Alright, so the endstone protector is spawning in. It's probably gonna be tough for me to actually keep doing this over and over, and I am wearing Superior. I have a level 69 skeleton pet on, and hopefully I can switch effectively here, but I'm probably gonna suck at this, so don't expect anything, especially against these magic guys. 4, 5, Q, R, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Q, R, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Q, R. No, I already fucked up. That's honestly, that's not bad. Alright, so I got 900,000 damage. I'm only using a Dungeon 4 pot right now, and I was able to deal, actually, a fair amount of damage. These Bonemerangs are definitely something that is really weird. It's definitely just a very different damage strategy. And if the server wasn't lagging, I'd probably be able to do better, because like the ping on here makes it sort of annoying sometimes to actually throw them out. But you can see that I could throw out a beam that's going to be doing a consistent amount of damage. Like with my precise Bonemerang there, I'm able to do 94,000 damage on the initial hit there. So I clearly choked a lot of hits. Maybe it was lag, maybe it was me just missing. But I still think that the Bonemerang's really good if you're just throwing it out like that. So the next thing I want to test it on is a Rev Slayer boss. I want to make sure that it is good enough to actually like hit for one on the Rev Slayer. And then also how good it is at beating it and killing it. Because right now melee, obviously you can kill it in a couple seconds. But how good will you do without melee? What? Alright, so we're testing a Rev Tier 4 boss, and I didn't want to fight him down here, but we're going to try it, because getting these return hits off is really annoying to get while you're down in the cave area, and I'm just trying to sort of walk away as I'm fighting him. Oh, there we go. That actually wasn't that bad. I've tested it a couple times, and it's actually really annoying in some areas. Like if you fight him here and you're throwing it, you basically hit the wall every time, and if you hit the wall, you don't get the double damage return hit. Like if it comes back, I'm doing way more damage than if it's just actually hitting him straight on. So I don't think that this is going to be like a change to the Slayer meta or anything, but this is definitely not a bad strategy for killing it. You don't need 8 Bonemerangs. It's overkill past, like, even 4 is definitely really usable, but you want to have healing, you want to have other things in your inventory. Without an overflux, I'm sort of struggling when it comes to healing and just surviving through a lot of these things, but while you run away, if you can get used to just running away, maybe you can run 8 Bonemerangs as a strat. Do I think it's cool? Last but not least, we obviously have to go into dungeons and use this. I'm going to go in as an archer, and I'm going to be wearing this adaptive armor because I don't have any skeleton master, but I think that this should do the trick anyways and show how good it is, because you don't really need skeleton master to be amazing as an archer. We're going to use this adaptive, we're going to use our 8 Bonemerangs, and we're going to see how good we do in dungeons. So I'm fighting a King Midas. Let's see if I can get a good proc off here. Holy shit, dude. I actually bodied that guy. That actually worked. I did not expect myself to actually be able to kill him effectively, because I sort of suck with this strategy. Shadow Assassin. The main boss of dungeons, actually. Alright. I'm not doing good. Not doing good so far. I can't leash him, which is really annoying. Oh, please. Please, I did it. I'm the best player. This strategy is amazing. See, it actually does sort of work. That's the funny thing. Like, in any other case, as an archer, if I just had a bow there, I'm dead, alright? But I'm running 8 Bonemerangs, so I'm fine. Alright, so in the boss fight, we got this guy now. And we're going to see how good we can kill him, because I think that this is the only really difficult to kill mob in the area. It's sort of hard to hit him. If someone had a ice spray wand that I showed off in my last video, I think that killing this bear would be a lot easier, because as of right now, it's just sort of annoying to actually hit him because he strafes so quick. But honestly, per hit, I'm doing completely fine on this guy. You can see that I'm actually chunking him down if I'm hitting these, and if I'm not switching to the wrong one. Got another bow. Gonna hit the shot. Kobe. Overall, in dungeons, I actually was surprised by how good this is. It worked out in pretty much every room where you can just kill the majority of the mobs. I did choke that blood room, obviously, but killing the hordes of animals in there is definitely going to be way easier with this sort of strategy, because it's going to pierce them. It's going to deal that infinite damage that you're going to be hitting. And if you are actually training them around, which I was not in that fight, it's going to be a lot better to just throw behind you and let it come back to you as you're running away from all the mobs. So if you're doing this legitimately and not with that dumb cheese strat, this is definitely really good. And it's also just really good for one-shotting every mob, because the one benefit that I see about the Bonemerang over many other bows that really shines to me is the fact that you don't have to slow down to use this. Whenever you're usually using a bow, you gotta be like, stand still, shoot the arrow. But Bonemerang, you're pretty much just like boom, boom, pow, bing, bow, you know, just destroying everything. So running 8 of them, or even like 7, 6, 5, I think that's overkill. But honestly, if you're looking for a really good setup and just wanting to stick to mainly Bonemerangs while still having like healing and some other items in your inventory, I think that like 3 or 4 of them is definitely something that every archer should at least look into. Like, you can think about it for sure. One of them is obviously going to be really good. You're still going to just hit mobs really hard. It's an amazing weapon by itself. But having multiple of them, it's not that bad. Like, honestly, I don't think I can recommend to you reasonably, hey, go buy 8 Bonemerangs. But buying a couple definitely could be a good investment in the long run. Alright, I'm going to attempt Blood Room. I'm going to do it, boys. I'm probably going to die here, but it's worth the cause. Oh, this is actually working. Holy shit. Okay, alright. I'm alive. I didn't finish the Blood Room yet, but That was actually working. Oh my gosh, you actually body things. I did not expect... I expected to walk in a blood room and play this as a joke clip. I really did. But it's seriously, except for Scarf, this is really not doing that bad. Alright, alright. 2,500 health, no healing. We're gonna go. We're gonna send it. Scarf, die. Oh, please, 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 please. I'm very scared. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh my gosh. Please. Ah. No!